So let's just take another breath into that. And this beautiful, the sensations that reveal themselves inside of us, that we know we're safe. Just in your own inner inquiry, what would those sensations be that tell you, right now, I am safe? Perhaps it's the capacity and availability of tracking breath. Breath in and breath out. And just that wondrous gift of, in this moment, I can track my breath. And the gift of having it follow all the way out to the end of the exhalation. And there's something so powerful of being able to slide down that rainbow ride all the way down to the end of the exhalation. You might want to create a sound, just a sound in what we call the VU breath. It's the foghorn breath in somatic experiencing. And it's just a long V, O, 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 a VU. So let's make that in our own kinesphere here. And you'll hear mine. Ooh. Maybe allow yourself to do a couple more of those and allow the experience of it to drop yourself down into and through the pelvic floor. And taking a moment or two to catch your breath in between the sounds. And then another VU. VU. And feeling the back body in whichever way your back body is supported behind you. Feeling the quality of the envelopment of the support around you, behind you, beneath you. And that there is this quality of envelopment, containment. A sacred principle that we follow when we're in this work, especially in biodynamic, is just tracking my feet, my seat, and my breath. Where and how are my feet on the earth? And how is the seat in connection to what is below me? So seat, feet, and breath. How is the body being breathed just now? Little micro movements of the fingers, micro movements of the toes. Showing up in the webbing in between the toes. This touching into that sacred webbing between the toes. Notice what you feel here. The sensations and the quality of emotion, even when you come into the presence and innocence of the webbing between the toes. Another experience of allowing the body to know that we are safe. We can track where we are, showing up at the skin of our feet. The last thing we're thinking of is the sensation between our toes when we're running from a tiger. So we're just really aware that all of this tracking increases our resource qualities, sensations, capacities. And it down regulates the speed and the fear, the anxieties. Noticing how your hands are in contact with each other or on your lap. Just noticing. And then feeling, sensing, experiencing, what's it like to show up into the skin of the hands? And the warmth and connection to what they're touching, whether themselves, your lap, the fabric that you're wearing on your body. And show up even 10% more. And again, in the skin of the feet, show up even 10% more here. Little micro movements of the nose, tip of the nose, little flares of the nostrils. Letting the eyes sink back and down into the hammocks of their sockets, like these little sacred hammocks for the eyeballs to rest down and back into, like actual little vacations for the eyes, resting back and down. What is it like to just let them drop, yield back. And the experience of tracking the sensation in the mouth, the taste of the mouth, the fluids in the mouth, allowing little licks, your lips. Just to where the winds are picking up. I'll switch the microphone in a second, but just to even allow that come in and touch. It's these sacred winds coming in to touch. The quality and presence of ancestors. And again, the earth below, just sensing into the earth below your seat and your feet. Bringing your hands together if it feels comfortable for you, and just allowing this sacred caress of your hands. And see if you can, through the tactile touch of your hands, see if you can pick up the pulse of your heart. These amazing hands were folded over our developing hearts. So when we touch a pet, or we touch a loved one, touch the face of ourself or a child, and there truly is this offering of a heart blessing. So if you will, just now, let's in our hands, bring your hands towards your face and just do a little blow onto and into the hands. Just allow that like touch of the air on your skin. Receive this offering of prayer into your hands. And what is it that is your prayer this evening? For you, for another, for life? Just allow it to enter into the hands. And of course, you know, if you're worried about the hygiene aspect, you don't have to touch your face, but if you want, you can just bring it towards your face and allow that beautiful prayer to envelop over your head, crown, back of the head. Just washing your face with this prayer up into the eyes, back around the crown, and down. Like you're blessing yourself primarily with this prayer. Maybe do this 3 times. Really, really take that in, whatever that is. It's almost like a baptismal offering to yourself. And then offer it out. Whoever and wherever it needs to go. Notice what it feels like just to have this open-handed, palm open, awake hands facing out. Little micro movements again of the fingers. This open, non-defended, awakened hands. And then just coming back in your own time to contact your heart. And one hand on the low belly. Just Just a big breath where you can feel that low belly rise. As we feel and sense our tail again, maybe do a little wag of your tail. As we're with the seat and tail, I'm going to ask us to let our head turn from one side very gently to the next. Your eyes can remain closed for the first round. One side to the next. And then gently, gently opening the eyes, not looking at the screen, but looking through your room, orienting to your surroundings while staying with the little wag of your tail, little shake, shimmy, shimmy with your tail. Tracking the taste in your mouth. So there's this receiving of the outer world while staying connected to the inner. So important. And then we can, in our own time, in a way, come to the screen. But again, this is about you just receiving tools for somatic awareness in your life. So see how much we can stay in the skin of our hands, skin of our feet, pulse of the heart while we're together. Is the wind being picked up too much, or is it okay? It's okay, Jen. You're okay. I know Jen will tell me. I see little animals in the mix too. So beautiful. Oh, so beautiful, everybody. Yeah. So there was an addition to the principles I wanted to add. And just one piece is the principle of confidentiality. I want to just reiterate that what we share here is fully and completely held within this circle, within this group. So even though we're recording, we have in the past edited out the shares and we've just given the meditation to our community. And I want you to know that that is our promise to you, that anything that is spoken that is truly vulnerable and real and from your depth is honored in this sacred container of this group. And each one has gone through, a process of even entering into this field. You don't just come in. We've gone through a way to make sure, since we've been more public, that each person is in an integral fit to be in these groups and be able to hold space with each one of us. So I just want to support this principle of safety. That's really, really key in this work. And thank you, everybody, for keeping your screen on, because in this work, it's so personal that I need to see you so that I know, who's in the group with us. So it's not some hidden person. And I just want to name that the one at the bottom, well, it's in my bottom right, Cindy is the office manager. So that's not some random person. And I just want to make sure, Cindy, that one is muted. It doesn't say it is, so just to make sure. So Hi, I'm assuming that the ones who know me might want to go first if there's anything that's up. But I'm just welcoming any and all of you to just put your hand up and say hello. Just so you know, I'm in the desert in Joshua Tree right now. We arrived here for my partner's birthday, and it's very, very powerful. So there's a power coming off these spirit rocks. That's all I can say. And they're with you too. So, hi. Anybody want to share anything? A challenge, an intention will always orient you to intention anyway. So if you want to come on, think about what is it that my intention is for this night, for this evening, for this time in my life. And an intention is always orienting to how would my life be different if this part of my life were even just 10% different, what would I have that I might not have full access to? So always orienting to a resource. So maybe more a feeling of more calm and peace in my life is an intention. And what would give that is the ability to feel more time and spaciousness in the life, right? So then we work a little bit with the relevant history, but we're always orienting around the intention so that we don't travel into trauma vortex. We stay rooted into the healing vortex, because the healing happens in the blueprint of what God most spirit, if you don't like that word, most wants for us in our life, what our soul most wants, versus the imprint of the trauma that happened in the past that keeps recapitulating, and like we keep hitting that wall, like, oh, this again, oh, this again, oh, this again. Well, if this just didn't happen, then my life would be good. Well, okay, but that's orienting to the trauma. So what is it that we're wanting? What is the feeling? And then how are the tools and resources in our toolbox being offered to amplify that which we're really wanting for ourselves? And that's that ninth principle, that magic and transformation. It's the one for me that reigns supreme. The magic and transformation, like that, something can change in our life. But it's this preparatory work. It's the spirit landing more into form, the incarnational process of soul into soma, unobstructed by ancestral like lineage traumas or cultural traumas, but really the blueprint of the soul, so that we can show up on this earth in a way that is our destiny, not just our karmas, but our destiny. And I can tell you, maybe the ancestors of your lineage are needing to heal and they're working something out for you, but your destiny is what your soul most wants for you. So we orient there, we go back there. You know, and I've sat in this seat 1,000 times. And I remember once Thomas Hubel, who has been a dear mentor and love in my life, I worked with him in Jerusalem, and he said, I was like, oh my God, I was going through such a process around the death of my father. And he looked at me and he said, your soul is going to see you through. And I couldn't sit in the spin of the trauma when he said that, you know, because it clicked something for me, because he saw what in that moment I wasn't able to see, right? So that's why we do this one-on-one work. Is you're with someone, doesn't have to be me, it could be anyone, so long as you feel the resonant reflection can see who you truly are. If not, I would say don't work with that person anymore, because it's the spark of light that's wanting to turn on so that we're available in life. So that's my intention, is to be in that with you in that love with you.